सफर में धूप तो होगी, सफर में धूप तो होगी, जो चल सको तो चलो, सभी है भीड़ में, तुम भी निकल सको तो चलो। इधर उधर कई मंजिलें हैं, इधर उधर कई मंजिलें हैं, चल सको तो चलो। बने बनाए हैं साचे, बने बनाए हैं साचे, तुम ढल सको तो चलो। किसी के वास्ते राहें कहाँ बदलती हैं, किसी के वास्ते राहें कहाँ बदलती हैं, तुम खुद को बदल सको तो चलो। अपनी मंजिलों को खोजते हुए अपने रास्ते खुद बनाने वाले लोगों के किस्से कहानियां लिए उनके साथ, in their own style, in their own fashion, in their own swag, we bring to you जाने अनजाने मेरी कहानी मेरी जुबान। Hello and welcome to the 23rd episode of season 1 of Jaane Anjane with me, Rajiv Mathur. Our guest in the show is someone who always wanted to join the army, but started working since class 9. After doing his graduation, also worked in a bank for some time. But then, once he joined the army, he went on to serve the elite organization for about 36 years. Still in continuation to serve the nation, he is sharing his expertise currently as honorary CEO of CAPSI, Central Association of Private Security Industry, a public figure, a security expert, मेजर जनरल संजय सोई। जाने अनजाने में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत और हम अभिनंदन करते हैं।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका इस सम्मान के लिए, इनवाइट के लिए।
मेजर जनरल संजय सोई needs no introduction. You are often seen on television channels, in panel discussion, in various other advisory boards. पर यहाँ जाने अनजाने में हम ये जानना चाहते हैं कि संजय सोई एज अ पर्सन क्या है, और इसके बारे में जैसा हम बोलते हैं कि मेरी कहानी मेरी जुबानी, तो आपकी जुबानी में आप संजय सोई कौन है ये बताइए।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द इनवाइट एंड इट इज वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन। इन फैक्ट बहुत ही मुश्किल सवाल है कि इंसान अगर अपने आप को जान जाए तो एक बहुत बड़ी चीज है जिसके लिए शायद बड़े बड़े लोग लगे रहते हैं, काफी लोग सोचते रहते हैं। तो इसमें कई चीजें निकल के आती हैं। एक है पर्सनैलिटी, एक है आदमी का कैरियर, एक है समाज में किस तरह से आज काम कर रहा है, क्या उसकी इच्छाएं हैं, कुछ अंदर से क्या इच्छाएं हैं जो शायद अभी तक कहीं पर वो शेयर नहीं कर पाया या अंदर से कुछ करना चाहता है कि उसकी इच्छाएं क्या है। तो मैं अभी शुरू करता हूँ अपनी बचपन से। राजीव, आई एम फ्रॉम ए वेरी हम्बल बैकग्राउंड. In fact, I always studied only in government school, primary school, and then college. I did my graduation from Meerut University. I did BCom, and as you had said, that I started working from 9th class onwards to support my family, and that gave me very good lessons for life. Very good lessons. One understood what the world is, दुनिया क्या है, किस प्रकार से काम करती है, कहाँ क्या चाहते हैं लोग, कई बार धोखे भी हुए। So these were all good lessons at very early stage of life, and it also taught me a lot of empathy and compassion, which saw me through, which helped me in my career during my life in army. So after my graduation, I joined bank for 1 year. I worked for 1 year, and I started doing cost accountancy. And I also did very well in bank. I cleared CIIB. There's a prestigious exam which helped in your promotion and which also gives you a couple of increments. So I was doing very well, but my heart was always with armed forces. And when I cleared my OTA, I am Short Service Commission Officer in 1981. I reported there in the month of April, and that was the day I got the news. I said, my God, मजे आ गए, मस्ती हो गई। एंड सबसे पहले वैसे राजीव आपको मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि मैं पढ़ाई से बड़ा कतराता था। तो बड़ी मुश्किल से, जैसे नंबर अच्छा आ जाते थे, आई डोंट नो हाउ आई यूज्ड टू गेट गुड मार्क्स, बट आई यूज्ड टू बी ऑलवेज शाई ऑफ स्टडीइंग। द फर्स्ट थिंग व्हिच केम टू माय माइंड वाज कि अरे यार फौज में आ गए, अब बस छुट्टी। अभी जो है पढ़ाई किताबें दाएं बाएं, और वो बहुत बड़ी गलतफहमी थी, आज तक पढ़ते जा रहे हैं। और बाद में, बिकॉज आर्मी इज अ प्रोफेशन, इट इज नॉट ए जॉब, इट इज नॉट ए कैरियर, it is a profession where we have to keep ourselves updated with the latest technology, and there's so much of variety which people do not know. We are deployed from -50 to +50, from super altitude in Sichuan to very hot deserts. Attack, defense, ambush, patrolling, counter insurgency, militants के against LC पर, पंजाब में, रिवर्स में, जंगल्स में, कहा हर जगह के लड़ाई की डायनेमिक्स अलग है। तो ये तो पढ़ते रहना पड़ गया। बहुत बड़ा धोखा हुआ मेरा लाइफ में वहां पर, जो मैंने सोचा था। Anyway, then I joined OTA. I reported there, and then I thought कि अभी तो I didn't have anybody from armed forces in the family, so there was nobody to brief me. So when I reported there, I thought कि now at least second lieutenant तो हो ही गया। And then when I reported, the first day was so much of ragging and ragda. In the month of April, we were told to run around everywhere, carry our own baggage. Our head was haircut, solid haircut was given. The mustaches were shaved off, which were very preciously kept to look smart and all that, to impress the girls at that point of time. वो सब शेव वेव करके अलग कर दिया। शाम तक होते होते, because we were made to run around in sun, वो शीशे में शक्ल देखना मुश्किल हो गया। Very very difficult to see your own face, totally gone. But that's how it is. It teaches you a lot of things. And then they gave us a mug enamel, which is there in the photograph, and which was there to be used for everything. Right from shave, shine, have tea, have water, and only mug. So it also taught us that life में किसी चीज को छोड़ो मत, क्योंकि in the operations we will not be able to carry too many things. We should survive with the minimum. So that one mug was there for everything. वो आजकल होता है ना, जूस के लिए अलग जेट लगे हुए टॉयलेट में, सब कहानी। So then, yes, after that, when I passed down, I joined in Uri. That is, most of you must have seen movie Uri, which was a super hit after the operation by the militant. We carried out a very successful surgical operation. The Indian Army carried out. That was about it. And yes, there I thought, okay, now at least I am officer. At least now I'll enjoy some mess life and live some cool life and enjoy some power. But I was again put with the Jawans. So I had joined Kumaon Regiment. You know, Rajiv, what happens in armed forces? People are from different regiments. You would have seen Jat Regiment, Punjab Regiment, Madras Regiment, Assam Regiment, the Sikh Regiment, Dogra Regiment, Jaglai Regiment, Jammu and Kashmir. So and you know the diversity of India. What diverse culture we have, different food habits, different culture, different type of jokes, different type of problems. So those things are there. To understand them, because if I have to lead them, if I need to lead them, I need to understand them. I need to see their side. किस चीज पे नाराज होते हैं, किस चीज पे इमोशनल हो जाते हैं, ये सिर्फ चीज समझ लें कि सीधा हमको कहते हैं भाई पहले जवानों के साथ रहो और इनके साथ रह के टेस्ट पास करो। एक पहला होता है लांस नायक, फिर नायक, फिर हवलदार, फिर नायब सूबेदार, सूबेदार, और तब जो है आपको अफसर माना जाएगा। You have to do everything which they do. So those were very good lessons, Rajiv. In fact, to understand, like I was from Kumaon Regiment, I learned their songs, I learned their food habits, learned some little bit of language, and then they sent me to Kumaon. I walked from Ranigate to Bageshwar and Almora and Pithoragarh, Mukteshwar, all these places I walked there, stayed in the villages, in the houses. So that in that knowledge of the regiment was, I mean, then you can never fail. Then, because ultimately they are looking at making you a leader on whose order the soldier will be ready to make supreme sacrifice. So that was the thing. That was a good learning, good management technique. In fact, this is there for corporate worlds. I whenever give a talk there, I say, okay, this is if you learn from grassroots level, all good leaders understand your men, then you have empathy, then you have the understand the grassroots level problems and what happens there, क्या कट मारते हैं, क्या करते हैं लोग, सब पता रहता है. So here, these were very good lessons. And then, yes, gradually, number of courses, I did commando course, number of courses, training. Then I moved to Naga regiment, to Naga. I'm wearing that Naga jacket. This is a AO jacket. And then I commanded to Naga. I took over in Daras, where they, immediately after of Vijay, and then brought the battalion to Delhi of Prakram, then brigadier, then major general, different places. Most of the time of my career was spent in Jammu and Kashmir. I would say, Rajiv, you will not believe, 7 tenures in Jammu and Kashmir. So I know each and every place of Jammu and Kashmir, right from Jammu region to Kashmir region to Leh Ladakh. And in-depth knowledge. I have spoken in number of forums on issue of Jammu and Kashmir. That this problem is only in 5-6 districts. Jammu region is very quiet. Leh Ladakh region, Daras, Kargil, though they have a Muslim population, but it is very quiet. Jammu region also, Poonch, Doda, Kiswara, Muslim population, they're all quiet. It is only 4-5 districts. And in the border area, the Pahadis are there are Bakarwals, Gujar, they're all neutral. So this problem, I have been fortunate that I was able to share my experience with the people in the civil forum, where they could understand what the actual issues are. So this was a little bit about armed forces. I thought before I start some more personal life, anything else you would like to know?
Thank you, sir. This is, I could never wear a uniform, which I always wanted to do. But all the time when I hear from senior officials from the armed forces, I really feel so excited and passionate about it. Thank you for sharing this. In the corporate world, you are also serving a very large society or a very large community through CAPSI, Central Association of Private Security Industry, and we know we have a very large security force in our country. So, what do you do there, sir, and what is CAPSI doing? Just tell us about that.
It has been a very, very satisfying thing. I am doing honorary CEO of CAPSI, and good thing, there is an association of private security agencies. We are not doing anything directly. We are not providing guards and all. So they are our members, and we deal with the strategic matter with the government on the policy matters for the betterment of the industry. And our aim always is to raise the standard of the industry to global level. It is by training, by compliances, by understanding the whole latest security setup and security threats which people must understand. Towards this, we have been working. In fact, I would say our chairman, our secretary general, and the organization as such is working 24/7. We have tied up with number of foreign agencies, foreign training setups to bring the latest training qualities and training setup in India, so that people get trained and they can get employed abroad. Second thing, we have also tied up with Rashtriya Raksha University, number of universities. We have started courses in graduation courses in security. So this is another line which is a career option, which enables people to make a career in the industry. Just one small thing I wanted to add. In fact, this I should have brought it up in the beginning, that it is an umbrella organization. The security industry in India is so huge. 9 million guards, more than 9 million. 23,000 security agencies. And growth rate is phenomenal because it is directly linked to economy. Almost 20% is the growth rate. Which industry is giving you this kind of growth rate? economy and different kind of threats which are emerging, whether it's a cyber threat or whether it's a security threat or a terrorist threat or latest kind of thefts which are taking place. So those are the things which have made the security industry very, very interesting. And our aim is to again bring it up that security guard must get the respect he deserves because they are protecting the profit or the service taker. They're preventing losses, naturally the profit goes. And we have also just wanted to add one more thing that we have adapted ourselves so well. During COVID time, we are doing different things. You must have noted that we are taking temperature, we are ensuring that distance is maintained, we are telling people to wear masks, we are telling and we ensured that there is no law and order problem. We prevented crime when everything had closed down. So only hospitals and security industry was working. That was the time. So we prevented any kind of thefts, lootmar, law and order situation. So on one hand, we helped the law and order condition, and on the other hand, we helped the health ministry in controlling the COVID situation by ensuring the guidelines which have been issued by them. So these are some of the things I thought, and it is very, very satisfying for me to be part of this august organization and to serve the industry.
Thank you, sir. Very interesting to know. Coming back to your childhood, and we also want to know something about your parents.
Yeah, in fact, I would say that my parents were my best teachers. Because what happened that both of them worked very hard. My father was working, in fact, almost 10 to 12 hours. Beside, he was maintaining account for a very good company. But to maintain the good standard, he was working, taking on additional jobs. And my mother was in teaching line. And that is the time when she had migrated from Pakistan. And then she was brought up by her sister. And then the qualities which they maintained, both of them, I mean, I would say, Rajiv, that generation had tremendous feeling of patriotism. बड़ी जबरदस्त फीलिंग. कभी भी उन्होंने मुझे ये नहीं रोका कि तुम बार बार कश्मीर में पोस्टिंग क्यों जा रहे हो, कोशिश करो चेंज करवा लो. यही माय मदर ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू से कि देश की सेवा. आई मीन, और क्या चाहिए आप? आपका दिल चौड़ा हो जाता है कि अगर मेरे पेरेंट्स ऐसे कह रहे हैं तो क्या है. तो दिस वाज वन थिंग डू the ethics, the honesty, the empathy, the commitment to work, dedication, these things I learned from.
So you said, sir, आपने 7 टेन्योर जम्मू कश्मीर में निकाले और जगह जगह आपकी पोस्टिंग होती रहती है. तो इसमें परिवार का एक बहुत ही बड़ा साथ, बहुत ही बड़ा एनकरेजमेंट की जरूरत होती है, स्पेशली योर स्पाउस. सो मैडम के बारे में हमें बताइए सर, और प्लीज टेल अस अबाउट योर किड्स आल्सो.
आर्मी में spouse is very important. We call them lady wives. Without their support, you cannot do well. In fact, it is so important when we see that, because I am serving in field. Who is taking care of my parents? Who is taking care of my children? She is the one. She's fighting all alone. It's like actually at times they are making more sacrifices what we are doing. I still have some support, organizational support, secretarial support when I'm sitting wherever I am, even in border area and operational area. But then she does not have anything. She had to take care whether it is medical or the schools or social commitments or taking care of my parents, sisters, everything. And that is what makes a difference. That because what happens that if they remain focused, they are with you, then one is able to focus on the profession. That is one reason that I was able to focus on my profession, and I could grow, give my best to the unit, give my best for my troops, give my best for the country. And another thing is that children and wife and the family plays a major part. Like in my case, I would say, Rajiv, that whenever I was in any operation, it was always in the back of my mind that my wife and my children should always feel proud that my father fought. He fought like a lion. He was in operational area. He was never scared. कभी भी इसका डर आया ही नहीं, इसीलिए बड़ा एक अलग ही मोटिवेशन था जी, वो बड़ा जबरदस्त मोटिवेशन था कि मेरे बच्चों को कभी ये महसूस नहीं होना चाहिए कि उनका बाप डर। तो ये बड़ी चीज, दिस वाज बिसाइड्स माय कोलीग्स एंड पीयर्स, लाइक जो आपने परिवार की बात की, तो यहाँ मैं एक चीज और ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि यूनिट भी हमारा एक परिवार होता है। Because I am spending 10 months with my people, with my troops, with my unit, and 2 months with my family. So that also becomes like a family, because like I was a CO, I had a responsibility of more than 900 Jawans and their families, 300 to 400 or 500 families. That was my responsibility. They are like my children. So that was another thing. That peer pressure, my other Jawans whom I am leading, they should also not feel that हमारा boss डर गया, हमारा officer डर गया, हमारा leader डर गया. I have to lead from the front, and this is what you must have seen in Kargil operation. The number of officers who made their supreme sacrifice, and in the operation they always led from the front. That was the reason. The ratio wise, it was always on a very, very high side of officers or leaders making supreme sacrifice.
Sir, ये बताइए कि what has been the highlight of your life, या कोई turning point ऐसा जो आपको लगता हो which has changed the course of the life?
लाइफ में वैसे जरूरी होता है कोई ना कोई ऐसे किक लगना है, कोई ना कोई टर्निंग पॉइंट आना। तो एक दो चीजें मैं ये बताना चाह रहा था कि like did my graduation from Meerut, and I was initially, you can say, Meerut was quite a notorious place. और पढ़ाई लिखाई में दिल कम लगता था, and Meerut University was absolutely, जिसको कहते हैं नेतागिरी थी पूरी वहां पर, और कॉलेज में जिसको देसी लैंग्वेज कहते कट्टे, नाइव्स was a very common thing, and आए दिन झगड़े चलते रहते थे। तो थोड़ा सा हम भी पॉलिटिकली वो हो गए थे कि कुर्ता पजामा, जीन्स और कुर्ता डाल के कॉलेज जा रहे हैं, एक कॉपी उठा ली और बस की टिकट नहीं लेनी कि भैया स्टूडेंट हैं, और कुछ अलग ही वो चल रहा था माहौल। ये तो अच्छा है कि फौज में आ गए, आर्मी ज्वाइन कर ली, कुछ मेरे पेरेंट्स की जो एथिक्स थे, जो क्वालिटीज थी, जिसकी वजह से हम एक बहुत ज्यादा एक्सट्रीम में नहीं गए। एंड दो आई गॉट इनटू लिटिल बिट ऑफ पॉलिटिक्स, बट आई वाज ऑलवेज इन द राइटियस साइड ऑफ द पॉलिटिक्स। वी वांटेड टू सेट द थिंग राइट initially. For some time I got into the college that on some leaders were saying we will allow everybody to copy, नकल मार के पास कराएंगे। We said no, we don't copy, we'll do that. वहाँ मास कॉपिंग हो रहा था, वो ऐसे पेपर कैंसिल हो गए थे बाद में, they had to organize the paper again, but I was on those lines. But then after that when I joined army, so initially it took me some time to understand the army way of life and army way of yes, शौक था आर्मी ज्वाइन करने का, पर पता नहीं था कि है क्या वहाँ पे, इन डेप्थ क्या कहानी। So my first CO had spoiled my ACR, and after 5 years I did not get my permanent commission. So that was a shock, but yes, then I said I must prove that I can do. I must prove to armed forces, yes, I can. There's something wrong somewhere. And on the one hand, my friends in the unit, other people, they wrote a complaint. They said, just sign it. Injustice has been done to you. So army that way is very fair system. After that, the complaint had gone there. The chances of representation is also there. And on the other side, I did very well in a couple of courses which I did during those times. And out of the khundak, you can say, ya josh, in 3 months time, I cleared IS prelims, civil services prelims. So just because then you are totally focused, yes, I must prove it. And then, yes, in the meantime, the complaint was processed. The first report was set aside. I was screened again, and then I got permanent commission, and I continued to remain in armed forces. And Rajiv, I must say, I have no regrets of having served in armed forces for 36 and a half years. It has been very, very satisfying, both operationally, both professionally, and personally. I mean, जिसको कहते हैं दिल को बड़ी शांति मिली और बड़ा अच्छा लगा कि इतना देश की सेवा कर पाए और अपने जवानों की आर्मी की सेवा कर पाए।
सर, ये आप हमें बताएं कि कितने साल आपने फौज में काम किया और अभी भी यू आर डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क इन द सिक्योरिटी स्पेस। आपको अपने लिए समय मिलता है, और मिलता है तो उसमें आप क्या करते हैं?
जो लाइफ मेरी काफी बिजी रही है और जिसको कहते हैं काम करने की आदत पड़ गई है मुझे, और वो अभी भी है। When I retired in September 18, I started working for an NGO, started guiding poor children in civil services interviews. I started an NGO where I started helping the underprivileged children. I started taking lectures on nation building for the youth in the colleges, especially in the Delhi University. And then I was called to Hyderabad, Vizag, and Bangalore, number of places. After that, basically focus remained how can youth contribute in nation building. So that was a feeling which I thought I am still giving back to the society. And you know, Rajiv, when I started this NGO for the underprivileged children, a lot of volunteers came and they said, Sanjay, you are doing a very good job. You have helped us in a way that now we know how to utilize our time in a very, very creative manner. And what we used to talk, I said, sir, here we are not doing favor to the children, they are doing favor to us. Spiritually, we are getting recharged. Our body, our mind, everything is getting recharged, and it was a fact. And after that, I was on news channel, and then yes, now I joined. My basic focus remains on social service, and then as far as games is concerned, I go for golf. I used to play everything. I did not excel much like badminton, basketball, and volleyball, but now I focus on golf and social service. These are the two things which remain, which you can say recharges my mind, and I get totally energized.
Coming to the best part of the program, 2-3 सवाल ऐसे जो मेरे को बहुत ही ज्यादा पसंद है और मुझे बड़ा मजा आता है अपने मेहमानों से पूछने के लिए। तो उसमें से पहला ये कि हम प्रोग्राम में बात कर रहे हैं कि जानी अनजानी बातों के बारे में आपके हम जानना चाहते हैं। तो ऐसी कौन सी एक बात है आपकी जिसके बारे में कोई नहीं जानता? One thing that no one knows about you.
जब मेरी पहली पोस्टिंग थी उड़ी, जब मैं गया तो पाकिस्तान के साथ काफी फायर वायर चलते रहते थे, तो मुझे काफी एक बिल्कुल आगे की फॉरवर्ड पोस्ट में भेजा गया, जो बीएसएफ के साथ ज्वाइंट पोस्ट थी, बिल्कुल ही पाकिस्तान के बहुत नजदीक थी। और तब ऐसा हुआ कि वो लग रहा था, माहौल ऐसा बना कि वो फायर खोलने वाले, क्योंकि डिस्टरबेंस काफी चल रही थी। तो हमने फायर, उनका जो फायर आया और फिर हमने उसको रिटेलिएट करना था उसके अगर आता है तो तब एक बार को जब उनका फायर आया तो राजीव, मैं सच बता रहा हूँ आपको कि पहली बार बड़ा दिल बहुत ज्यादा धड़का और थोड़ा सा अंदर से लगा भी कि यार ये फायर आ रहा है और क्या है कि और हमने इसका जवाब भी देना है और जवान साथ में है। तो एक थोड़ा सा लगा दिल में कि ये जो है ना, ये क्या हो रहा है, ये कैसे होगा, क्या है, ऊपर से गोलियां जा रही हैं, हमारे आवाज आ रही है, साउंड बैरियर टूटने की आवाज आ रही है, रॉकेट जा रहे हैं, ये सब चीजें जा रही हैं और तब हम अंडर फायर हैं। तो पर एक चीज जो मुझे सबसे ज्यादा, जो मैंने पहले भी बोली थी, जो एक ऑफिसर होने के नाते, एक लीडर होने के नाते जो आपको हिम्मत देती है, वो होती है जो आपके साथी हैं, मेरे जवान हैं। वहां पर ये होता है कि अगर मुझे थोड़ा डर भी लग रहा है तो यहाँ मैं इनको पता नहीं चलना चाहिए कि मुझे डर लग रहा है, क्योंकि मैं लीडर हूं और डर के आगे जीत है, जैसे डायलॉग आता था ना, वो है कि अब मुझे इसको डर को ओवरकम करना है, क्योंकि अगर मैं डर गया तो बिल्कुल ही बैठ जाएंगे। तो तब वो जो फीलिंग आती है एज ए लीडर कि नहीं, मुझे इसके ऊपर निकलना है, वो फिर निकल के आया कि हाँ ठीक है। और उसके बाद तो फिर कोई चिंता नहीं, बाद में तो एक रूटीन हो गया, फायर के अंडर रहना, फिर तो बिल्कुल रिलैक्स शांत तरीके से, और काफी देश के दुश्मनों को खत्म किया, मारा, क्योंकि एक बड़े शांति से मेरा एम ये रहता था कि गाली गलौज मत करो, जस्ट डिस्ट्रॉय, फालतू में उसको जो देश का दुश्मन है उसको खत्म कर दिया जाए। तो ये चीज जो समझिए, तो एक तो ये था। दूसरा ये जो पॉलिटिक्स के बारे में, जैसे मैंने बताया कि एक बार नौचंदी के मेले में गया था तो वहां बटनदार चक्कू मिलते थे, तो आप समझ लो कि तब हमारा भी जैसे मैं माहौल बना हुआ था मेरठ में, तो वहां से वो रामपुरी चक्कू मिलते, वो चक्कू खरीदा कि भैया मेरठ में सिक्योरिटी के लिए चक्कू रखने बड़े जरूरी है। और एक वो एंकलेट टाइप खरीदा, यहाँ पेंट के नीचे अंदर यहाँ फंसा के रखते। तो ये सब चीज, मतलब सोचो कि कहाँ पे दिमाग चल रहा था और कहाँ से कहाँ चेंज हुआ है। और एक
सर ये तो मैंने जैसा पहले भी कहा कि जाने अनजाने का ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म होता है कि क्या क्या बातें और जानी अनजानी बातें निकल के आती हैं, तो बड़ा मजा आता है मुझे सुनने में। थैंक यू फॉर दिस ऑनेस्ट कन्फेशन एंड शेयरिंग सच वंडरफुल थिंग्स विद अस। थैंक यू सर। एक जाने अनजाने के प्लेटफॉर्म से कोई मैसेज जो आप सभी देखने वालों को देना चाहें?
देखो राजीव, मेरा तो ये मानना है, मैं ज्यादा दिल बड़ा सैनिक वाला दिल, आज मैं पर्सनल के ऊपर शुरू से ही एक सोल्जर रहा हूँ। आई बीन ए सोल्जर एंड आई एम प्राउड टू बी सोल्जर। आई ऑलवेज फील एंड आई शोकेस प्रोजेक्ट यस आई एम ए सोल्जर। तो जब भी ये जो बातें चल रही हैं आजकल, मतलब कई बार मैं ये बताना चाहता था देश को, और आपके चैनल के थ्रू एक मैसेज था कि सोल्जर द -50 और +50 में सर्व कर रहा है। चाइना बॉर्डर पे कुछ नहीं था, वहां पर क्रिएट किया गया, तंबुओं में रह रहे हैं, पहाड़ों के ऊपर जाके रह रहे हैं, बर्फ पड़ रही है, ऑक्सीजन कम है। कारगिल युद्ध देखा, वहां किस प्रकार से युद्ध हुआ, और हाई एल्टीट्यूड में लड़ाई लड़ी, किस तरह से बलिदान दिए गए। तो सोल्जर क्या चाहता है पीछे, मतलब मेरे पीछे जब हम देखते हैं कि देश में क्या हालत है, तब हमारा दिल करता है कि देश यूनाइटेड हो। ये खाली फौज का ठेका नहीं है, मतलब मेरे हिसाब से मैं चाहता हूं कि देश का हर आदमी एक सोल्जर है। एवरीबडी इज ए सोल्जर एंड एवरीबडी शुड हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ कमिटमेंट, दैट काइंड ऑफ डेडिकेशन वेयरएवर ही इज। चाहे वो बैंक में हो, लॉयर हो, डॉक्टर हो, साइंटिस्ट हो, पुलिस में हो, कहीं भी हो, बिजनेसमैन हो, they need to have this kind of commitment and dedication is there। तो हिंदुस्तान आत्मनिर्भर क्या, दुनिया के सबसे लीडिंग देश बहुत जल्दी बन जाएगा, और यही मेरी सबसे बड़ी इच्छा है।
वाह सर, क्या आपने बहुत बढ़िया बात बोली। एवरीबडी शुड बी अ सोल्जर एंड शुड बी इक्वली कमिटेड फॉर द नेशन। वेल सेड सर, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दिस मैसेज। सर, जाने से पहले प्रोग्राम के आखिर में हम एक रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं सभी से, और आपसे भी वही करना चाहते हैं कि एक ऐसा गाना आप हमें गा करके सुनाइए जो आपके बहुत करीब हो, या आपको अच्छे से डिफाइन करता हो, या आपकी पसंद का कोई भी एक गाना आप हमें सुनाइए।
ये मैं एक बहुत ही पुराना गाना है जो हमेशा मेरे अंदर जोश भर देता है। कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, जिंदगी है कौम की तू कौम पे लुटाए जा। कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की तू कौम पे लुटाए जा।
Sir, thank you so much for coming on this show. It is indeed a pleasure to speak to you so candidly, और आपसे जो बातें आज हमने करी और आपने जो बहुत अच्छी चीजों को शेयर किया, I personally stand more learned and more gained. Thank you so much for coming on the show, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rajiv. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.